Yeah. Hard to be a hate watcher. Hard to be every day, every night, every stream, every post. Trying to find a ghost while they watching the host. Spies in the Discord, spies in the chat. Screenshots piled up, got a whole file stack. Refresh, what do you mean by that? Reading every comment while they lurking in the back. Paranoid thoughts got them crashing out fast. Turning little jokes into a whole broadcast. Main character syndrome got them stuck in the loop. Thinking every word somehow points to you. Meanwhile, nobody's thinking what you're thinking they know. But you're still front row with every single show. It's hard to be a hate watcher. Hard knock life, getting harder. Say you're dumb, but you watch longer. Every stream just pulls you farther. You don't want the smoke, don't want the heat, but you're front row every single week. You don't want the smoke, don't want the show. Then why you still here? We already know. It's hard to be a hate watcher. Hard knock life, can't let go. Say you don't care, but you're still right here. It's a hard knock life, cause you don't want the smoke. Ninja watching streams, ninja watching chat. Clinging, moving on, but you keep coming back. Every notification got you jumping from bed. Wondering what Dust might have already said. Insecure, paranoid, always on patrol. Trying to find hidden messages nobody wrote. Discord got them nervous, live stream got them shook. Spending all day worried while they constantly looking. If you don't want the smoke, why you follow the flame? Every week, every stream, it's the same old game. The more that you watch, the more that it shows. You can't stop watching and everybody knows. It's hard to be a hate watcher. Hard knock life, getting harder. Say you're dumb, but you watch longer. Every stream just pulls you farther. You don't want the smoke, don't want the heat, but you front row every single week. You don't want the smoke, don't want the show. Then why you still here? We already know. It's hard to be a hate watcher. Hard knock life, can't let go. Say you don't care, but you're still right here. It's a hard knock life, cause you don't want the smoke.
Important disclaimer. Before we begin, please note that all statements, claims, accusations, opinions, and commentary discussed during this live stream are allegations only unless independently verified through official public records. Nothing stated by third parties should be interpreted as established fact unless explicitly confirmed. Dust Productions / Dust Paranormal do not endorse, adopt, or affirm the opinions, allegations, claims, theories, or conclusions expressed by any individuals, channels, videos, clips, guests, callers, or chat participants featured, discussed, or reacted to during this broadcast. The views and opinions expressed by commentators, callers, guests, or members of the live chat are solely their own and do not reflect the views of Dust Productions or Dust Paranormal. Any guests appearing on this live stream are speaking in their personal capacity only, and their statements should not be interpreted as representing the views or positions of this channel. Any discussion involving criminal matters is presented for commentary, public interest discussion, and entertainment purposes only. To the best of our knowledge, no criminal convictions have been established in relation to the allegations discussed unless explicitly stated and publicly verifiable. Additionally, any jokes, satire, parody, comedic commentary, impressions, or humorous statements made during this live stream are intended strictly for entertainment purposes. They are not meant to be taken as factual assertions, nor are they intended to harass, defame, demean, or intentionally harm any individual or group. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage everyone to conduct their own research using publicly available information and verified sources. Now, let's get into the live stream.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. Of course, this is another impromptu stream. I'm not in my normal stuff. I literally, my health was declining rapidly during my last live stream. I spent all night tossing and turning in pain, could not sleep. Rudy was in the voice chat with me, literally just spent all night listening to me moaning. I called off work. I fell asleep. Woke up around 11 a.m. and just kind of laying on the couch trying to feel better. And all of a sudden, what do I see? Paranormal engineer. Made his video. And then, of course, I see a fucking bullshit fucking post by Lord Beagle. And you know what? I'm kind of over this shit. People want to take stuff and just spin a narrative, So my live stream last night, I did talk about Paranormal Engineer a little bit. And it was mostly like, I think it's messed up. Like, you and Florio had this argument in my chat, and just without talking behind the scenes or anything, you just decided to end the friendship and whatever. And it was like more along that kind of line. Now, there were stuff, I guess, that were said in my chat, okay? And someone brought up drinking or something, right? And I think on the live stream, when I was talking with J-Cards and everyone, I was like, I really can't really comment on that, because if you went to my main channel, you would see there were segments where I used to have a bottle of beer and I would play some music and chug a damn beer in the middle of a damn live stream. And I stopped because I was like, man, this is fucking me up too much. I'm going to turn into an alcoholic. This isn't what I want to be. So I stopped doing that. That was last year. And so I don't know why people, and Mason, and I know Mason saw that part of the live stream. I know he did. I did not attack his, I didn't know if he drank. I didn't know if I don't really care what he does. But, and then someone else who probably didn't watch my live stream decided to, make some bullshit post. There's been about 2 or 3 weeks of lives about all of this, and I'm about tired myself. Who's doing live streams about Mason and drinking for 3 weeks? I sure as hell not me. I said slanderous things. What the fuck was so, like, what? I spent like maybe 10 minutes on Paranormal Engineer, and I freaking moved on. Just some stuff that after I did my live stream, he did a whole fucking stream on mine, and I didn't say anything. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. And I just decided I finally wanted to say something. And now people want to attack me for my chat. Well, that's like, that kind of continues from yesterday's, like, narrative of, oh, so people are saying stuff, so it's on you. Yes, it's my chat. I cannot moderate everyone. like people are just trying to come after me, and literally fuck off. Like, what the fuck you want from me? So I'm just gonna freaking burn the shit out of some bridges. Yeah, okay. So even if that's true, how the fuck is that on me? I can drop the link and you can explain it. Okay, if that's what you want to do. And I'll listen. What did I say that was so horrible that people want to say that that I'm saying so much slanderous shit? I'll drop the link in a little bit and whatever. I just want to get through this and get off because I feel like shit. People want to fucking attack me. Go ahead and motherfucking attack me. But people are putting it on me, dude. And it's like, I have one pet peeve. Do not blame me for something that I didn't do. All right, that's my one on the entire fucking planet. That is my one fucking pet peeve. But whatever. Let's just get through this because I know y'all don't want to be here. Neither do I. So Lord Beagle posted what was said about the opinions of the paranormal engineer. We're done to continue more throughout provoking ideas, questions, and discussion, from which from what I have heard and read, it did achieve. Now, the downright vulgar assault that he had during another stream by a so-called dramatic, uncouth, slanderous, trite channel was not done in the same vein of thinking. Okay? I'm not for some of these things I read, heard, or have been sent involving the situation. People are allowed to have their thoughts, opinions, and side of the story. They are allowed to express them no matter how good or bad they are. We, as people, are free to not agree. That's true. We are free to argue. That's also true. And we are also free to just ignore each other. That's extremely true. My opinion on it is that if you are going to spread or bring up more toxic BS for nothing more than because you can, then you are being a rather scummy pile of gutter trash. I personally really enjoy Mason. I like his thoughts, maybe not all, and I like how he tends to present himself. I have watched every video and nearly every live of his. I do think he has somewhat of a black and white view from time to time. But we all do. He doesn't deserve to be dogpiled on. So, all right, so here's the thing about that. So I didn't know Boo Productions was going to do anything on Paranormal Engineer. I was just paying attention to my own thing. I planned on including my little segment, and then that was it. So I wasn't trying to dogpile on anyone. Some of the statements recently and in the past, yeah, it ruffled feathers. However, we are hopefully all adult enough to move on. Well, not me. I will say that even if I don't agree with someone, it doesn't mean I want to see others be rude or unkind towards them. If he did something with valid proof, then sure, take out your aggressions in words or jokes, but he hasn't. We all understand the internet and its various platforms are filled with twat snakes, rats, and whatever. Just because you can be one of them doesn't mean you should. So I would assume see, what the fuck? Okay, I'm a rat. How am I a fucking rat? Just because I know what it is. I know what it fucking is. It's because I'm friends with Florio, and because they're mad at her, they don't like her, whatever. And shit was said in my chat, so what do? Blame Dust. Just blame Dust. Fuck him. Okay. Another thing I can't stand is when people pretend to be nice, but their real view of you is like, I would, whatever, fuck this guy. If you don't fucking like me, then don't fucking watch my shit. If you don't fucking like me, fucking unfollow me. So you just wanna... People just want to go ahead and basically say my channel's just a big piece of trash. Okay. Literally, Lord Beagle does the exact same fucking thing I do. I used to fucking troll a lot harder, and people want to say that I trolled Mason really hard. No, I didn't. If that's what you guys think, you have not watched enough of my content in the past. Because I have trolled the living shit out of people in the fucking past. And I stopped doing it. So, and yeah, so Mr. fucking Beagle didn't watch my live and just went with whatever the fuck people are saying. Did you watch the stream? The viewer who Mason scared away from YouTube for a week is the one who brought up drinking. Dust never brought that up. You are railing into Dust when he said pretty much the same stuff all of you said. Dust wasn't mean to Mason. I really wasn't. I was just like, dude, why'd you end a friendship? Mason is upset that a viewer was traumatized by him and was scared to come back to a live stream chat because he put her face on his thumbnail for a 4-hour stream. So you could take like a thumbnail of like another YouTuber and put it or picture and use it as a thumbnail. You're gonna take people who aren't YouTubers or entertainers and you're gonna use it as a thumbnail? That's kind of against the YouTuber rules, I think. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I'm sure other people have in the past. I just think that's done in bad taste. I'm a fucking piece of shit trash YouTube channel, right? And I wouldn't do that. So if the trash YouTuber wouldn't do it, what does it say about you? This is just fucking bullshit. Now, I would react to this. Normally I would. But for now, I'm gonna leave Mason the fuck alone. Directly. I'm not gonna react to this. I'm not gonna fucking do it. He said that he was so hurt by a stream and he mentions me by fucking name and he doesn't like Okay, by the little 10-minute segment, Boo Productions did. I don't know. Apparently, I wasn't watching. I was in that stream for like maybe 2 minutes because I was getting ready for mine. If Mason's going through it, then he's going through it. Then absolutely go ahead and walk away, like for a little bit, clear your mind. I'm literally sick as a fucking dog, and I'm fucking on this fucking stream because people, oh, dust, like everyone's dogpiling on me. What? Well, okay, you want to dogpile me because of my chat? Okay, all right. So what do you want me to do? Paranormal Engineer, Lord Beagle, everyone else, what do you all want me to do? Tell me. Just fucking tell me. What do you want me to do? Nobody ever really liked me? Okay. People want to worry about but I want to go off so motherfucking bad, but I don't have the energy, and I don't have, it's just, I shouldn't, so I'm not going to, because I can control myself. So here, my channel is open mic. How many times have y'all heard me fucking say it? Open mic. Here's your fucking chance. Hang on a second. I'm not trying to be here all fucking night. I can't. Yeah, alright. Alright, so I'm gonna drop the link. Now's your fucking time. Like, seriously. Tell me what you really fucking think. If you didn't watch my live stream and you're fucking saying shit, you can explain to me why that's okay. There's the fucking link. I'm gonna play a song. Come up. Come up if you fucking want. I'm gonna play a song real quick. Oh shit.
Yeah. That's paranormal. That's devils.
Dust devils for life.
Woo. Fake ghost hunters better run. Fake psychics better hide. The dust devils are coming.
Dust devils are coming.
Hit that link, motherfucker.
They said the spirit's talking, but the battery's fresh. Said the ghost was walking, but the evidence a mess. Selling scary stories, trying hard to get paid. Building fake encounters like a hunted charade. We pull up with receipts, we pull up with facts. Everybody getting nervous when we start to react. You can run to the shadows, you can hide in the night, but the dust devil's coming and we're shining the light. Everybody runs from the dust devils. When the truth comes out, they start running scared. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Now they're hiding cause they know we gonna be there. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Ghost hunters, psychics, everybody don't crystal ball. Don't need tarot cards. Don't need fake EVPs recorded in the yard. Don't need spooky music. Don't need special effects. We just ask the questions that nobody expects. Every live stream popping, every chat going wild. Dust devils in the comments making everybody smile. Little bit of trolling, little bit of fun. If you're faking evidence, then we're number one. Everybody runs from the dust devils. When the truth comes out, they start running scared. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Now they're hiding cause they know we gonna be there. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Ghost hunters, psychics, everybody flee. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Cause the dust devils bringing truth for all to see. Yeah. Everybody run from the dust devils. Stay out of controversy. Dust is gonna cover you. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Fake ghost hunters, yeah, we're coming through. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Stay out of controversy. Dust is gonna cover you. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Cause we're trolling while we're shining the light. Dust devils. Dust paranormal. Stay resistant. Dust devils for life. Dust devils for life. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Dust devils for life. Everybody runs from the dust devils. Dust devils for life. Everybody runs from the dust devils.
All right, I got two people. I'm going to bring them up at the same time. Here, you guys can see my fucking shitty ass. I got three people. I'm going to bring all three up. I don't care. All right. Please welcome Cass Florio, Reverend Victor.
Hey, Cass. Hey, Flo. Hey, Fleur. I'm sorry, I had to put Reverend Victor because I don't think they know I'm with Destination Spooky sometimes. But
Gotcha.
people will say, who is that? So I just wanted to make that clear.
Gotcha. So,
And I am definitely personifying my tag at the moment. I am definitely too old for this shit. I want to say something right now, if I may. And that is, you're not responsible for other people's opinions, Dust. And that is a hill I will goddamn well die for. And it is absolutely pissing me off that the people who go on all the time about everybody's right to free speech and an opinion are funnily enough often the people who get really upset when other people share an opinion. Now, that is not a go at any one person in particular. It's just a comment on a lot of stuff I've seen recently. And I've not been happy about a lot of what I've seen going on. I'm really not, because there's people obviously taking sides, and I think it's a bit ridiculous, and I'm 51. I'm too old for this shit. And I think it's just really, really immature. And I hate that people like you are getting dragged into this. What's happening to you right now is the same shit that Elton is trying to pull on Jordan at the moment. And it's none of it is okay. None
Seconded.
of it is okay.
Yeah. Thirded, whatever.
Also, ex-nurse here, you're in deep shit with me, Dust, for coming on and doing a live when you're sick and you should be
I know.
resting.
We
Get better.
told him to go
Seconded.
rest.
Again, seconded.
Yes, we told him to rest.
Yeah.
I literally
I only say
crawled.
that
I
because
literally
I
crawled.
I feel good and I don't want to be here, so you should not be here.
I literally crawled from my couch to this chair. But that's
God.
okay.
Sorry, I have to moderate our fucked up chat apparently while I'm doing this. So if you see me look weird, I'm trying to read the screen. My apologies, everyone. If I don't
Okay,
moderate,
can you-
apparently.
No.
Vic,
Can I just say
would-
something? No. Wait. I have something to say about moderate chat shit, okay? First of all, Dust Channel's always been a place that people can come and speak their opinion, and they can be less censored and speak their opinion on his platform. He lets everyone come up on open mic so that you can duke it out or whatever, right? That being said, nobody said that Mason, for example, nobody said when Mason was an alcoholic. And apparently I'm being told that now people are saying he has a drug problem. Nobody said that. Mason was being very aggressive, rude, and a bully. And then a viewer asked him if he was drinking because he was acting so odd and not like his normal self. That got turned into this now.
Yeah.
Okay. Last night it got brought up in chat again because the viewer was in there and she was like, Mason took her face and her name, put it on a thumbnail, and did a 4-hour hate live stream about me and her, mainly me. But that's fucked up. Don't punch down to a viewer. Content creator to content creator, we're public figures, but don't fucking put a viewer's face on your thumbnail. Dude.
And I've spoken to that person directly.
Yeah.
You know, this is not just Florio saying that in a comment. And I am not saying this to 100% back up Florio. Florio knows me by now that, you know, I play absolutely fair and I'm often quite blunt about things. I've spoken to that individual. That individual is very unhappy about what happened. And that is not okay. That's a viewer. You know?
She was scared to come back in the chat. She mentioned it last night in chat, and then that discussion of she asked if he was drinking, that came up again last night. Now let me just mention about the moderating thing. All right, Jeff, you're probably not listening. Who the fuck? You can watch it back later. We do moderate the chat. No one was calling Mason a drug addict or an alcoholic. No one was insulting Mason. All she did was ask if he was drinking. So if we're supposed to moderate that's not really an insult. I'm sorry, but it's not. Like, no one came in calling Mason a big old poopy head who smells farts and likes to, you know, whatever. Well, I'm making up stupid shit. We're not doing childhood, like, schoolyard insults here. She asked if he was drinking because he was so aggressive and weird, like different to how he normally is. That's not an insult. We don't need to moderate that.
I had a back and forth with Vic over this because he was saying, well, what do we do? And I was like saying, well, maybe you give people a warning if things are getting too heated, you know, if things are getting really heated, and then you boot them on the second offense. But at the same time, we're supposed to all be adults. Vic made a really good point. We're all meant to be adults here, and everybody is entitled to their opinion. So maybe you just have the rule that if it's not derogatory, if it's not hate speech, you know, if it's not discriminatory, then it probably has to go. But if it's any of those three things, then yeah, you maybe have to boot people. But that's not what this was.
No.
The only thing we've ever taken out, and I'm referring to like myself and Doug specific, when I've been in there, was like direct insults towards Dust or one of us or anyone. Very direct insults.
Yeah, like childhood, like schoolyard insults that are just to hurt someone's feelings. Yeah.
Do you want it completely censored or what? Because then you're going to hate Dust Paranormal for that. I mean, where does it end?
Like, we fuck with each other. Like, I don't really make memes on people that I report on anymore. I make memes on us. Because
he memes on us. Like, makes fun of us, and we don't yell at him for it. Like.
So we got another person. I'm just going to let everybody fucking come in tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, T-Bex.
Hey, T-Bex.
Hey.
What's up? Can you hear us?
Well, yeah, I can hear you. So I just wanted to comment on what Jeff had said, and I'm sorry there was a gap. I didn't hear what you guys were saying. I'm kind of with Vic, where it was like I wasn't really sure what to do. Obviously, with us having a background in radio, if adults are fighting, you know, I may not like it, but they're entitled to have their back and forth. It's usually when things like doxing or you start cursing each other out or, you know, derogatory or discriminatory, that I'm going to clap right away. But two adults having a back and forth argument is just, I may not like it, but it's just something that, it's like Florio said, everyone's entitled to have their opinion in here. Everyone is allowed to say what they want to say. You know, until it crosses a certain line, you know, I may not like it, but they're entitled to do as adults do.
And if people are being deliberately misrepresented in chat, they have every right to say something about it. They have every right to have feelings about that. You know, I mean, and yes, sometimes it's not happening in the moment. Sometimes it's because, like the incident we brought up, sometimes it's happened a few weeks ago. But for a lot of this, it can be, don't I mean, I had a situation that happened around Christmas that a few people know about. And it put me off coming into lives. It put me off interacting with people because I was being harassed big time by somebody who was in the debunking community who is now gone. And then I was harassed by another person in the debunking community. And, you know, I have trauma associated with some of the stuff around that. And I was told by people there's a time limit on how long you can feel that way. That's bullshit. Excuse my French, but that's bullshit. And some people are going to bring it up every time they see somebody if they're still feeling strongly about it because they have feelings. And yeah, sometimes it can be immature and petty to drag things out for weeks, but people still have their feelings and nobody else gets to tell them that they have a time limit on that.
And one, sorry about everything that happened, Cass, but also, like, really, like, I wanted to step in there and say, like, I'm sorry you had to step away from all that. I do remember that. I wanted to take the time to say that I'm sorry that the Dust Paranormal chat is not a 100% love fest. It isn't, but it's authentic. And there's a camaraderie here because it's authentic. As Dust said earlier, you do not have to watch. I am shocked that it's affecting to this degree because a lot of it is just really bullshitting in my experience. But again, it's real, for better or for worse. And accept it or don't. I'm going to hit my camera.
Dust's chat, Dust's Discord are places that I feel really safe to be me. And there are not many spaces in this world where I have that opportunity. And I do have feelings about some of this stuff, you know? I do have feelings about some of this stuff and the way people behave, and there's not many places that I can actually talk about that. But I can talk about it to a degree here or on Dust's Discord, and that's healthy. You know, you shouldn't bottle this shit up anyway. And I can be very mean. I know. People who know me know I can be mean sometimes. I can be feral. It's
honestly,
in the name, guys.
No one's really been like, no one's been mean to Mason here. He did a 4-hour hate stream about me, and then those mediums did some manipulative shit, and then Seg piled on and tried to sick his audience after me by telling them that I said, "Oh, I called you all." He said in his post, "Florio just called all of you in my audience transphobic." I'm like, I didn't say all, but there is a lot. Like, I did that Pride stream. You guys saw people coming in, and you saw how many subs that I lost because I did the Pride stream. I told you all this in the Discords. Like, we do have a problem with homophobia in this community. It's bound to happen. The community is large, you know? Those mediums were very manipulative, invited me and Stevie on for a podcast and turned it around against us, said stuff that I never said, and then Seg jumped on. And that caused me to have a complete mental fucking decline because I'm queer and fucking how dare you?
Yeah, and the other thing is, Fleur's not transphobic. I'm non-binary. I'm trans. And Fleur has never once indicated that she's transphobic. I do keep it pretty quiet because I've had quite a bit of hate because of it. But yeah, Fleur's not transphobic. And anybody who insinuates that is barking up the wrong tree.
I'll say this. I appreciate you guys coming on to my trash channel. You know, because I'm just this horrible fucking YouTuber.
No, fuck it. I commented on Beagle's post, like, did you even watch his fucking stream? Because Dustin didn't say anything about Mason. He's like, actually, I did watch. I watched all the streams. I'm like, then why are you making this post? And I said, by the way, you create the same content as Dust. Just he trolls people sometimes. He honestly does. Go watch Lord Beagle's content. He looks at drama that's happening in communities and puts it up on his stream and comments on it. He does the exact same fucking thing that Dust does.
Yeah.
So
and if
glass houses, man, glass houses. And his response to me when I said that was, right, something like that. So I'm like, okay. And also his first response to me made it clear that he's on Mason's side. If you want to be misogynistic, go choose Mason. Okay. The reason I haven't done a stream, the reason I haven't done a video is because Seg's audience started attacking me and Seg sucked them on me with that fucking threat post about, you know, she's calling you this. What are you going to go do about, like, essentially saying, What are you going to do? You don't tell your audience that another creator said something bad about them. That sends your audience after them. He weaponized his audience in that moment. The reason I have not made a video or have not done a stream on it is because I can't fucking deal with that. And Seg did a let's draw, and instead of draw. And I said, fine. So I haven't fucking done a video on it. So yes, I'm still fucking upset, Jeff. Fuck off.
You're okay, Floria. You've got every right to be upset. You're okay, love. You're okay. But yeah, if I'm heated tonight, it's because I'm sick of all of this shit, and also because Dust didn't deserve this. This is bang out of order. Bang out of order. And I am not happy about it. Just like any of the misrepresentation that's been going on, bang out of order. And it needs to stop because it is just not okay.
I am going to take a moment to say that this does all go back weeks ago to when this started. But when the particular Dust Paranormal live stream had happened, where all of this started popping off, things had happened before that. Things have happened that a lot of you don't know. It has stayed behind the scenes. There are things that I have seen. There are things that Dust has seen. When I say seen, I mean with my eyeballs. I wasn't told. I haven't heard. I've seen. Maybe those things come out. Maybe they don't. Maybe you flip out. Maybe you start defending very weird things. Okay? I think there were issues on both sides of those things. However, one way more so than others. All right? And I do not do drama. I am not a debunking channel, though I have been called both. I really just do my benign little crap, and I'm happy with my 100 views, and I move on with my life. Unfortunately, though, the main character syndrome will come back around and bite some of you. I'm sorry, it just is. Choose to move on or keep drawing this out. I don't have anything else. I'm going to mute.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff people don't know. Like, Mason complained to fucking Kenny after that lady stream that the stream was 2 boys versus girls and didn't have, enough men talking or something? What the fuck did you mean by that, Mason? People don't know about that, do they? They don't know. Did anyone ever wonder why I left that comment on Kenny's video? Because I know about fucking shit that was said behind the scenes? How the women were fucking being talked about? No one questioned that. They automatically called me misandry, man-hater. Fuck you guys. Not people here, but those listening, you know who the fuck you are. Mason, you're manipulative. You took screenshots of the chat. You cropped them out, did a 4-hour stream. You didn't show the live chat where you were being aggressive. You only showed cropped versions of things happening in the chat. No one's going to go watch another 4-hour stream. Sorry, Vic.
No, you're okay, Flora. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, as moderators were called out, and yes, it was Jeff, and Jeff was very sweet about it. And Jeff, I am apologizing that I was a little direct. I am absolutely sorry. However, if you would like to talk to us, here are many of the moderators right now in Dust 2 in one contained area if you would like to come on and let us have it or something, because I am a man who likes resolution. I am a man who likes accountability, not all the stupid back and forth that I have to take time out of my day to address, apparently. So by all means, now is the time. I'm right here. I'm going to mute.
Oh, can I say something really quick? I also would love it if Jeff clicked the link, because I'm not a YouTuber. I do moderate, but I'm also one of his viewers. And if there's something, and this is for anyone, I'm always happy for suggestions to do better, especially since I'm not a YouTuber. If he wants to give those suggestions, I am happy to hear them. I just know that not everyone knows every single situation. I don't know the stories behind, some of these creators like Florio and Reverend do. I just know what happens in here, and I just moderate what happens in here. So for someone like me, if he wants to give pointers, I'm happy to hear them, especially as someone who is his viewer.
Yeah. On that note, I will jump off and go back onto the stream. Thank you very much for putting up with my insane ranting. I appreciate your poor ears. And I'll catch you all again in the live chat.
Okay.
And I'd also just like to add while I'm fucking angry, fuck you guys for like railing on Dust. Like Lord Beagle, your response to me was, "Oh, I know that Dust didn't say it. I watched the streams." Then why did you use his name in your fucking post? And did you guys ever notice like I commented on Lord Beagle's defending Dust, just like I commented on Kenny's video defending the ladies? Anytime I comment and get sassy in someone's comments, you guys gotta start wondering, why am I commenting sticking up for my friends? Maybe there's something going on there. And instead y'all jump on me because you're taking the side of who fucking manipulated you during a 4-hour hate stream. Now leave the fuck Dust alone. Lord Beagle, you make the same goddamn content. Quit fucking sitting up on your high horse. Fuck you.
Should I tell a joke now? I'm sorry, I don't want to wreck everything.
Yes, tell a joke, please.
I don't have one off the top of my head, Dust. That's why my career failed as a comedian.
You didn't think I was going to call you out, did you?
No, that was entirely off the top. In a way, in a roundabout way, we got back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so, that Lord Beagle post, like, okay, he knows I didn't say it, then why is he saying all this shit about my channel?
Yeah, you see the insult he used there was an acronym for Dust. Go back and look at the post.
Yeah.
It's an acronym, sorry, D-U-S-T. He's calling you out, but then telling me that he watched everything. If you watched everything, then you know that Dust never brought up Mason's drinking. Ever. Like, what the fuck are you on about?
I used to fucking drink. I used to drink on fucking stream. So do I have any room to fucking talk?
Yeah.
Do I?
And
No, I don't.
Nobody was
Definitely
calling
don't.
Mason an alcoholic either, or a drug addict. Apparently that's going around right now too. Like, what the fuck, people? Stop. Like, the rumor mill is fucking going insane. This is broken telephone. Someone asked if he was drinking because he's acting so weird and aggressive that night that he fucking flipped out on me.
Did you hear about the dog and his drive home from work?
No.
No.
The commute was rough. Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well done. I said this to both of you, and I didn't see it. Obviously, during the stream, the tornado sirens went off. So I watched the whole thing, but from under my stairs. It was a bit chaotic. Yeah, it was a treat. If I had seen someone actually say that so-and-so has a drinking problem or a drug problem, both of you know that would have made me uncomfortable and I would have clapped that. I don't know that, that's the same as everyone else, but that's the joy of you two, is you let me be me, I let you be you, and that's why we're friends.
Like last night in chat, someone said, "Oh, I don't think that you should be critiquing Mason's drinking." And I said in response to that, to be fair, he wasn't being critiqued. He was just asked if he was drinking because he was acting so weird. Like that he wasn't actually being critiqued.
And
He was so out of character for himself. He was so mean to me and out of character that someone was like, "Have you been drinking or something?" Like, what? Because I know that you like to drink on your streams. Is this where this is coming from? Like, because Mason was acting so out of character and so weird that a viewer clocked it.
Yeah, no, I what I was saying is I didn't see that. Like, not that part. I saw that. I didn't see anyone accuse him of that. If that had occurred, that is definitely something I would have clapped.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't see that from my basement dwelling. But yeah, no, that's not something I would have been comfortable with had that been said.
Well, all I know is if you go back and watch my stream last night, you can see like I didn't feel the best. And throughout that entire stream, you just see me declining through the whole fucking thing. And I was in my fucking Discord all night moaning in fucking pain and fucking it's like I didn't think I did anything to paranormal engineer myself. I just made some observations about how he handled some friendships and shit, and that's it. And now I'm on, like, that's why, like, as soon as I saw Lord Beagle's fucking post, I'm like, no, I'm saying something right fucking now.
Like, I understand holding a content creator responsible for what their audience does and says, but like, again, nobody was actually being mean to Mason about drinking. Like, nobody was calling him an alcoholic. Nobody was saying he had a drug problem. All she said was, have you been drinking? You're acting not like yourself. Like, that's not mean. Like, a viewer who watches, that's saying, I don't watch Mason's streams. I didn't know that he drank on them. I found that out that night when she mentioned it. And I was like, is that a thing? Like, does he drink a lot or something? And then people were like, oh yeah. And then they showed me like his, thumbnails of all his streams. I was like, oh, okay. So I guess this is someone who watches Mason, who was confused as to why he was being so rude and mean to me. And that's why she asked, have you been drinking? This was a fan of Mason's. That's why she knew that about him. Okay. She wasn't asking if he was an alcoholic. She wasn't asking if he's a drug addict. She just was like, have you been drinking? Because you're not acting like yourself. Like, that's all she said.
Yeah.
So far in the chat, I'm seeing a lot of people give each other hugs. Is that the issue I was missing last night, or no?
I'm a horrible YouTuber because of it. It's all on me. Guys, stop hugging each other and being nice. People are gonna fucking blame it on me.
Well, last night, the conversation started up because it was like, I think I mentioned it or someone else mentioned it. I was like, funny how like all the men are falling all over each other, going like, no hate, all respect, hugs, hug box, placating one another. But when a woman disagreed with someone 2 weeks ago, it turned into a fucking witch hunt. And I brought that up in chat. I don't remember if someone else started it. That's where the whole thing came up again with Mason's drink. Because yes, I'm still fucking upset about it because I'm not talking about it publicly and because I don't want Seg to fucking sick people on me. I don't have the mental capacity to handle Seg attacking me.
Who's wanting to come up? I see someone saying, go ahead. Stream is totally open. What's happening?
I don't have chat open because I'm on my phone. So
the meddling mediums have brought up something in the chat, and if there's going to be confrontation, I would prefer it be direct. So I am encouraging, click the link. There will not be any hate. I will make sure of that part directly if you would like to come on and say your piece.
Yeah. Won't attack you here.
I don't have chat open, so I don't know what they said.
I have no idea.
They said they were told that people are talking shit about them. So again, yeah, that's in the chat.
I said that they made that post saying Seg is not transphobic. That isn't what we said. I never said that. You tried to convince people. You're trying to manipulate it, saying that I was saying that about Seg. I never said Seg was transphobic. I said people in the community are transphobic. And then Seg shared your post going, look, audience, Florio thinks you're transphobic because that will sick people after me and I'm fucking queer and that's fucking bullshit.
I actually I saw that guy. I actually saw
Hang on,
both.
God.
Seg, would you like to come in and we try this again?
Hang on. We got someone, those meddling. I don't know who this is.
Meddling mediums?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, meddling mediums. Hello.
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 Okay. Wait, are you the people that were, sorry, I don't know you guys.
No, you're good. This is Riker talking. Em's also here. We're the ones who made the post Florio was talking about.
Okay.
And I truly, I have no beef with anyone here. I just had a few people message us saying that we are being brought up by Florio for the stuff. And I just came in to clarify if anyone had issues with anything, because
first off, I didn't say your guy's name. I said that me and Stevie were going to be on a podcast soon talking about how people are being attacked for being transphobic, how there's misogyny in the community, things like that. That's what I said in my post. I never actually mentioned your name, and I also did not say that Seg was transphobic. I said people in the community are transphobic and attack people because they're transphobic.
Okay, yeah. I think, people, even if you didn't say our name, it is pretty clear that it was about us, just because, like, you did share the screenshots of
And
my
that was
messages
after
and
you
stuff.
guys. No, that was after you guys made your post.
No, but I'm saying, like, right now, like, you didn't say our names, like, right now, but people, like, there's only so many, like, openly, like, non-binary trans creators, especially ones who have had back and forth with Seg. So we made that post because we had an influx of people coming to us saying that we were calling Seg transphobic and that our words were getting twisted. I even responded to you, Furio, and said that you never said Seg was transphobic, because you didn't. Even in Seg's reshare of our post, he didn't say you called him transphobic, his community. I'm not here to fight Seg's battles. He's a big boy. He can, defend himself for all he wants to, but
Yeah, and you guys, you could have just reached out to me and I would have just like clarified to make sure that people understood. But instead you did that post and then people were like, are you calling Seg transphobic? They're reaching out to me saying that, taking it that way. And then Seg shared it. And then people got all up in arms about it. So it's like,
well, I didn't think that I needed to reach out to you because it was something that had to do with me and what I was saying, and like my identity. So I truly didn't think that I needed to like ask you for permission or anything like that.
no, not for permission. I'm saying you reach out to me so that I can also help correct the misinformation and we could do it together.
I guess I just don't to me, it wasn't a big deal. We were not trying to do anything. I mean, you even like shared my initial like outreach email to you about it. Like you shared all of that.
Yeah,
So,
after you did your post, because
yeah,
people were attacking me for accusing Seg of being transphobic, and I didn't do that.
So, can I say something really quick? Because I had the unique position that I actually caught all of your guys' videos. I thought, I saw Seg's original video, and he didn't make any transphobic, any comments like that. I saw your response, those meddling mediums, and I thought it was a really great response. And you did mention that it was from his community, not he himself. And then he responded just as well, just in kind. And that was all well, done beautifully. I think where the problem came in is someone or somewhere, it was implied when Florio made her comments that she was saying it was Seg that said that he was transphobic or she was transphobic or something, when neither of you, that occurred in either of your videos. The conversation between you and Seg was wonderful. However, when it got transposed into Florio, somewhere in their lines got crossed and it came off that Florio was attacking, and she didn't do that.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. Like, that's why when people were coming in, like, were messaging us privately, because we did have such a public back and forth with Seg, and he like addressed everything. There were people accusing us of all of this stuff because we were openly agreeing with Florio's points that she was bringing up during the whole debacle. And even still to this day, we agree with the sentiment of what Florio was saying. I think that she was right in her messaging. And that's like, full transparency, I've had a private conversation with Seg about this, and I did tell him that I didn't agree with a lot of what him and Mason were saying and how they went about things. Like, I completely understood where it was coming from. So once we made a post just clarifying the situation of like our relationship with Seg and what happened, because we didn't want to get labeled as like turning on Seg for something that wasn't accurate. So we clarified it, and then immediately we got attacked, and like Flurry was saying that I was being manipulative and that we went to Seg and planned all of it, and that wasn't the case. I hadn't spoken to Seg about any of it, like, at all.
After you guys did your post and after you did all that, I was emailing you and you guys were ignoring my email, and then Seg like shared that out saying Florio was throwing a tantrum. That wasn't a tantrum, by the way. You might want to call this a tantrum, but this is just me being angry. Okay. 4-hour hate stream about me, that's a tantrum. Okay.
Mother.
Why have you guys not responded to any of my emails? Why have you guys not talked to me about any of this? And you just went radio silent on me. That seems very fucking manipulative.
The
Motherfucker.
Oh,
Dust, is everything okay? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is everything okay, Dust?
you okay?
I'm all right. Listen, I'm going to bring someone else up. Everyone's been pretty, no one's been vulgar or anything. I want everybody to just stay calm during these conversations. I got someone else that's coming up. Everyone is going to stay respectful. I'm going to bring this person up, and I'm going to trust all of you. I have to walk over and get my water and take my meds really quick. Everyone here is going to be respectful. Everyone, please welcome Seg to the stream.
Hi, Seg. Before we continue, I'm sorry. Like, those meddling mediums, you were about to respond. Can I hear that response, please,
Yes.
to what Florio said?
Sorry, I was reading chat. Can you remind me, Florio, what you said? Oh, the emails. The only email that we didn't respond to was Stevie, like, you saying, like, I'm looking at the email right now. You said, yep, he's disgusting about someone else, not anyone in here. And then Stevie emailed when she was free. Those were the only ones that we didn't respond.
I sent you guys an email and I said, why are you guys doing a public post? Why didn't you talk to me about this? We could have discussed this to be able to handle it differently. Like, I sent you an email about that.
Let me look, because, like, I swear on God, like, we did not see that email. I would have responded if I saw that email.
I'm on my phone. I'll forward it to you again later, but I'm on my phone. It's like a browser open, so I'll close the whole thing if I try to open the
You're
email.
good. But if we did miss that, then truly I am sorry, because I would have responded to that. But I'm looking through our emails right now, and we don't have an email from you, even in our like spam and everything. So if we did like miss that, I apologize.
Thank you all for talking this out calmly, by the way. Please keep the energy.
If I could, since Dust is getting some water, thank you, Seg, for clicking the link and being here.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'm back. What's happening?
I didn't want to get in the way of those many mediums having their discussion and clearing the air, perhaps some of the things with Florio, but I also had a whole bunch of people telling me that it was kicking off at this live stream, and by the time I joined, I really didn't want to actually take this any further, genuinely didn't. And it's very frustrating when I'm listening to a very one-sided account of everything that's happening here. And especially with some of like the history of what happened like a few weeks ago between Florio and I. And I think it's only fair that I can come on and sort of express how I feel that all went from my perspective.
Well,
I agree, Seg. I'm sorry, Dust. I agree, Seg, but I want to make it clear that this stream is happening now because Dust was attacked publicly twice in regards to the chat in his channel that most of us are moderators for, and that's why this is happening at this moment.
Yeah, I understand. I guess the whole thing is like, I didn't bring anything of this up. I was attacked, and I feel misrepresented So if this isn't the platform for me to talk about
this is open
No,
mic.
absolutely.
This is open
But I
mic.
was just okay. I'm trying to understand. So, what are we talking about? The Mason stuff thing, or can I? When the offer is to come on the live stream.
Let me explain. So he's just telling you how the stream started and why it started.
Oh yes, I'm aware. Yeah. I can see the title. I'm aware.
That's what it is. But you know, people know this channel enough to know it's open mic. Click the link.
Yeah.
And talk about whatever.
I just misunderstood. Okay.
Okay.
I really don't want to do this. I really don't. I was more than happy to not do this. I made that post a while back, and I got a lot of criticism for that post because a lot of people didn't understand what I was talking about, and a lot of people got frustrated with me leaving it as ambivalent as I possibly could. But this whole... I don't even know where to begin. Maybe I can start off by Florio. Maybe you can just explain where your frustrations are with this, because I don't want to come at this from a place of attacking, and it's very difficult to do so because I do feel like I've been attacked.
I want to move past it. You want to move past it. Personally,
then why bring it up?
Are you going to let me speak?
Hang on.
Okay.
Everyone calm down. Everyone can calm down. Okay. So you asked Florio a question. Florio, you can respond.
Okay.
I wanted to let it go. You wanted to let it go. I am still upset with Mason over doing a 4-hour hate stream against me and throwing a bunch of fucking crap at me and other stuff that I was sent to. But like, regardless, my issue really is with Mason. So Mason was brought up last night because of everything going on, whatever, the stupid thing with Joe, blah, 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 blah. You know? So the viewer who he put her face on his thumbnail for his 4-hour stream was in chat. She expressed how she was scared to come back to any live streams because her face was thrown up on a thumbnail with a 4-hour like freak out stream. And that was brought up in chat. And then I was saying, yeah, if, you know, I was upset about it. We were just kind of talking about it, like, I'm still obviously upset about it, but I haven't talked about it publicly. I've let it go because you said drop it. I said, fine, we'll drop it. You know, we'll drop it. But of course I'm still upset, but I'm trying to drop it because I don't want to start a big war with your people coming after me all the time too. Because honestly, the issue is really, I have an issue with Mason. I don't really have an issue with you. I just don't like the way that you shared the post, but like people listen to you. So when you said drop it, then he'll drop it. You know, but of course I'm still upset about it because I'm still upset about it. I'm sorry. Like, I can't just turn off my feelings. I'm still upset about it. And the viewer was in there last night. Now, the reason that we're bringing up in this stream here is because Jeff from Boo Productions came in and he was like, oh, this is so old news. Why are we still talking about this? It's like, because people are still upset, Jeff. That is why this got brought back up. Said at the beginning of the stream, this is what you missed. People are still upset, but we're trying to hold our tongue because we don't want to start a war, but we are still upset. And sometimes a lot of that comes back out. Our emotions come flooding back out again because we are still upset at Mason.
Well, and if I could, when Jeff had said that, you know, I'm not one to usually click the link, but I hopped on here because as a viewer of his and of yours, you know, he was saying that maybe Dust should talk to his mods. And for me, you know, adults fight, yes, it make me uncomfortable, but until they start cursing each other out or doxing or doing something derogatory, I usually don't. But now, if I had seen someone accuse Mason of something like that, they both know that that would make me uncomfortable, and I would have clapped that. But I didn't see that.
I also want to say, like, and I don't. All right. So after I did that stream with, you know, and I was talking about Seg, I think it was Seg. Was it like the next day? I think you and I talked on the phone, or not on the phone.
A day or two later. Yeah,
we did a call, and we were talking about stuff. And I don't want to say, like, things that people tell me in private stay private. It's really hard because I don't like to say anything. I'll say this. During that call, Seg, you did say something along the lines of, well, I don't think that Mason should have done that stream. That's about the, like, so it's like, we all want to support each other. We all want to, like, and
I don't remember saying that.
You did say it at some point.
I don't remember saying that. I may have said something along the lines of maybe it went on a bit too long, or maybe some things were kind of dragged up on that, but I don't think I ever said I don't think Mason should have done the stream, because I don't have that opinion in general. I'm very consistent, and actually where a lot of this issue came up in the first place is because I think Kenny should have had every right to make his video as he sees fit, much like I have the right. I think Mason deserves the right to make whatever content he wants on his channel. Now, are other people going to be angry about that and all the rest of it? Yeah, but that's between them. I stand by that people have the right to make whatever content they want within reason, of course. I think we can all agree, like,
Yeah.
when it comes to like extreme bigotry kind of stuff, we don't want to see that. So I want to make that very clear. But I don't think I said, I can't remember saying that Mason shouldn't have made the live. Maybe things could have been done differently about
You
the
know
live.
what? You know what? That's what it was. You did say that he could have went about it differently. It made, because that call happened like what? Like how long ago now? And I just kind of moved past it after that.
Do we mind? Can I just quickly say something? Since, like, you know, Flurio earlier said that there's like a lot of emotions bubbling and things getting off chests and
Yes.
things kind of get conflated with other people. There was a lot that I wanted to say, so much, and I did my absolute best to keep my mouth shut, to keep the peace. I got, and I've got screenshots to back it up, from the moment where that live stream ended. Your live stream ended. That's when I was on last with Flurio and Jay Cast came on later.
Yeah.
Till I made the post saying I want this all squashed. I want it. I don't want to do this anymore. In that time, I made one repost. One. Between Flurio, Stevie, Scarborough Gatekeeper, even Scarborough Gatekeeper in the live chat earlier has accused, well, I don't know whether he accused, but it was a very strange message where he said something along the lines of, I read out a transphobic comment. I would very much like to know what transphobic comment that was, but, you know...
Seg, I'm sorry to interrupt.
But he read in the first place. I don't know why there is a need to say that, given the context of why Emma and Riker are on here right now, you know, but so this is still going on, and I don't appreciate it. So anyway, going back, let me just finish my point, and then I'm happy to hit. But I'm doing my absolute best to not interrupt anyone. So I'm going to
absolutely.
I know I got that criticized a lot for that, and I agree with that criticism. So I'm going to do my absolute best to try and get all my points out, and then when I'm not, I'm going to try my best not to interrupt anyone else. So in that time, and Flurio, you said I was harassing you. You called me misogynistic. You said you said my community weaponized transphobia, and we're split. I think that is splitting hairs by just saying my community is transphobic. You said there's a sickness in my community. You heavily, I believe anyway, and many others agree that you insinuated my community of issuing dust violent threats or unaliving threats or death threats or whatever you want to call them. There's probably some other things in there as well, but like it was message upon message upon message of constantly getting attacked. And I had it from a fair few people. I kept my mouth shut. And then a message came up that myself, Emma Riker, saw, and we thought, this is just going too far. And I did a repost. One repost. After I made that repost, you accused me of harassing you. You even said that I want you to die. I said one thing compared to your, I reckon there must have been at least 10 really below the belt comments you made. But I'm the one who's harassing you. And I kept my mouth shut. I didn't try to exacerbate it, because when you say things like, I want you to die, I genuinely am concerned about mental health at that stage. There's something very serious going on here, because that shouldn't be taken lightly. And I made the post and I said, even though I had a lot of frustration that I just bottled up, I thought I'm going to be the bigger person here and try and squash the whole thing. And this is why I'm a bit frustrated, where I'm coming on now and hearing you still having a go at me, still saying things that I personally think are very untrue and misrepresenting what actually happened. Okay, I've said my piece.
Okay, so really quick, T-Bex, is it okay if I drop you down because I got Boo Productions that needs to come up? Is it okay?
Yeah, absolutely, because they're definitely talking about things I wasn't around for, so for sure.
All right, thank you. All right.
Real quick, I'm sorry, because I'm a stickler for details. Number one, hello, Jeff. I hope you're having a good night tonight. But number two, Seg, Doug is right. That did happen. One of your audience in a live made a transphobic comment. You had it on screen. You read it. As you read it, you realized what it was. You were disgusted. You took it off the screen, and you did have your mods, as I recall. You called out to your mods to keep that out of your chat. I absolutely want to be fair. You reached out to, I believe it was Sarah and Candy, to make sure that like stuff like that was kind of banned, because we know how you read the chat, light years behind the chat. It was an accident. I saw it as an accident, at least that
I guess
moment
my point
that Doug
is I just
talking.
don't see why, given the context of everything that's happened before and all the accusations me and my community have had about this sort of stuff, I think that's an unnecessary thing. I think I personally believe I know why Scarborough is making the effort to say that. You could all disagree with me as much as you want, but like, given all the rest of the context of what I've seen coming from Doug here, I know why he's saying that. But I appreciate you making the effort to address that. But yeah, that's all I've got to say about that.
Can I jump in and say something real quick?
Yes.
So another reason why we made that post that Seg reshared was because it started to feel like my identity as a non-binary individual was being used as like a weapon in this, like, in a personal like fight between people. And I didn't like that, but even in the post itself, we said that transphobia and these things are still an issue in the community. And it is a conversation that very much still needs to be had. I just didn't want my specific identity, because I was the one who reached out to Flurio for the podcast and shared like my relatable experience. I didn't want that to get used to attack Seg, who, in my eyes, did a very good job when he initially covered us and we had our back and forth to address everything and try his best to like kick that sentiment out of his community. So that's why that post was made. It was not a manipulative tactic to team up with Seg against Flurio. It was not anything other than that.
Okay, so first of all, I do remember when all that happened with you guys with Seg, and Seg did make an effort to quash all that and to try to push back against the transphobia. And I agree. And like the issue is that it still is in the community, sadly, unfortunately. I know that Seg's not transphobic. That's why I never said it. Seg, to your comments, more specifically, I guess people kept sending me screenshots of things you were saying in people's live streams and comments you were making on people's videos. And I felt like it was attacking towards me and that you were backing like a bunch of stuff that Mason was saying. And I was being attacked for that too. And because Seg agrees with it, therefore it's okay to come at Florio is what was happening behind the scenes. And that's where things were building up with your name attached to it.
Okay, sorry, I don't know what happened earlier. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, it went weird earlier, and I had to like exit out of the app and go back in again. So I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either.
I only just caught what Florio just said there. If I could have specifics on what people are telling you that I've said about you.
I'd have to go through like all the messages and things. Like obviously don't have this stuff in front of me. So obviously, like I'm more just upset with Mason, to be honest. I don't want to beef with you, Seg. I'm not looking for that. Just people kept sending me stuff and then just things that were coming through and just like I was feeling overwhelmed and attacked. I'm queer as well. And when I saw that shit, yes, I had a fucking mental break. And yes, I am a suicidal person. I'm heavily suicidal. So yes, I had a fucking mental break because I can't handle if Seg has a problem with me, then everyone's going to attack me.
All the more, and this is exactly what I was worried about, why I wanted to stop this. Like a lot of people wanted me to make videos on this, and a lot of people wanted me to go ape at this, and I could see there was something serious happening here, so I didn't want to do that. But this works both ways. It means like, if I'm going to do this, I'm expecting the people that I'm trying to reach a middle ground with to honor that as well.
Yeah, sorry I got upset last night and started talking about it again.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Boo, I know you've been really quiet, man. What do you have to say?
Sorry, Jeff. I know we begged you to come on. I'm so sorry.
No, but this conversation I feel is more important than what I have to say. I do have a couple things to say, and I guess I'll start with this. I did come in a little hot, with my comment about the mods. That was not, it definitely appeared to be a shot at the mods. What I meant by that was a lot of live streams where I've seen like, the comments get chippy and chirpy and stuff like that. The mods will say, hey guys, let's tone it down. You know what I mean? And I feel that like definitely the live stream that we're all talking about with, the Mason and Florio and whatnot, that never happened. No,
Scarborough was doing it the whole time. He was telling everyone to take a step back.
Okay. Because it just appeared to me to like it was a free-for-all. And Dust, I never blamed you for what goes on in your comments other than what I said in your chat earlier about just maybe chat with your mods if you see what's going on there. And if you don't like it, then, or if you do like it, just say fine, keep going the way it is. So it wasn't a slam on you. I'm not slamming you for your live stream last night. But you guys did call me up tonight, so I stepped away for 20 minutes.
Right. There was someone I did see in my live chat. They said something. I didn't read the whole thing. It said someone blah, blah, blah should die. And I deleted it and I go, nobody say that shit in my fucking chat. And I did say that on a live stream. Like, I can't, like everyone here, we're all fucking YouTubers. We can't catch everything. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
I tell the mods, if you see anything that has to do with telling people to off themselves or doxing, clap that. Otherwise, we'll let it ride.
Yeah. And I agree with that, like for the most part. But see, we don't really ever have issues in my chats, so we don't ever have people going back and forth. So I tend to like, I don't like that when I see it. That's just me personally. In there again, I'm not telling you how to run your stream and your chat or anybody else how to run their stuff. I do get a little uncomfortable when I see people going back and forth in the chats, in the streams.
Dust is very much like about free speech and like people want to say their piece, they say their piece.
Yep.
We only clap them when they get like, schoolyard insults or like completely inappropriate.
And like I said, I don't want to say I'm uncomfortable, but our chat never gets chippy. It never gets about serious issues or anything like that. They're always, it's pretty chill most of the time. I don't think our mods have ever had to really, with the exception of Biff, tone things down. You know what I mean? So I want to say, Victor, if you and Dust, if your mods took that in a certain way, I'll hand up accountability. I came in a little hot.
I appreciate
I will
that,
apologize
Jeff.
for that, because
And-
I'm not picking on your mods, and I'm not picking on you.
No, I understand, and I'm sorry too, because I did
No, you're
react to
fine.
that, and I don't like to raise my voice. Like, we do our best, and it's only ever been, as Dust said, take out the direct stuff, pretty much.
Yep. And
Like,
your response was very casual and very cool and very concise. And that's why another reason why I came on. I'm doing a hand up right now. That was on me.
And I feel like if it is chippy, which you're right, it has been tumultuous for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
I have been attacked in a Dust Paranormal live stream while I was asleep. I simply talked to Dust the next day, and then the following week I came on and said, if you want to get it, I'm right here. And regarding like the chippiness, I feel like I believe in conflict mediation. I feel I'd rather talk it out directly, even if the outcome is we don't like each other anymore. I'm not saying you and I love you to death, Jeff.
Yeah, no, I'm
But, if we're not friends anymore, at least we can move on. That's just the way I am. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this can be a good thing in the end.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about in our stream last night too. With if people have disagreements, we just need to talk about them. You know what I mean? And I do plan on doing like a roundtable on it, because one of the topics that we were talking about last night was how can we investigate better? And I do want to have a roundtable on that. We're going to invite certain people on. I did want to have Mason on. And here, I got to say this too. Apparently, there's a whole lot of shit going on behind the scenes that I know nothing about. People are still talking screenshots, messages, comments, all this stuff. I know nothing about any of that. So if I stick up for somebody, and your opinion may be, why are you sticking up for that guy when he said all this shit to me and I have screenshots to prove it? I haven't seen any of that. So I do have to say that too, because I do like Mason. I haven't seen anything yet, and it sounds like maybe there's some shit he said behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. But I base it on what I've seen in his videos, and I do think, and I will say this, I think the 4-hour stream was pretty excessive. I think that could have been, if you want to address the comments, I think that's fair, but I think that could have been accomplished in about 45 minutes. You know what I mean? At the most. It did need to be a 4-hour stream, and I didn't watch the whole thing. So, I understand, Florio, why you're upset about that stream. I get it.
So
if somebody went at me for 4 hours, I'd be pissed off too.
I also will say I did sit down and have a conversation with Mason about the whole thing and told him that how he handled that 4-hour stream was not the best. It was not great as well.
Yeah.
So, and I tried to also explain to him what your points were, Florio, about the white male privilege and all of that. And so I do just want to say that
thank you for trying to explain it to him. I honestly was using a sociological term. It's not an insult to me. It's something that took me years to learn myself, because I have white privilege too, right?
Yeah, and that's why we tried to do a charity thing to bring it all back, and wanted to talk about it more, because we do agree with the points you were making. I don't personally think maybe it was communicated the best, but I think that by
that's the issue.
everything was heated and all over the place, and Seg and I have a good relationship. I told him straight up that I think he was wrong about the white male privilege thing, and we talked it out too. So I just want to say, I don't think that what you were trying to tell people was inherently wrong. I think that everyone just got a little too heated, and we all needed to just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up for a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
and I'd like to point out too, like we were all trying to talk in a live stream chat that has what, a 200 character, 100 character limit, right? And I mean that's why I popped onto the open mic after, and I know Seg popped on, but Mason could have popped on because I wanted to try to further explain what I was talking about, and the conversation was going like nowhere and sideways, and we were all interrupting each other, so nothing got explained properly. But if Mason popped on and just, we could have talked then. But Mason's last message to me was, "Don't talk to me unless it's to apologize." And I'm like, okay, that's not very constructive. So then he did a 4-hour hate stream about me. So
I want to see, because I'm at on StreamYard, I'm at the max amount of people, and so I went into my Discord and I did a Discord call. T-Bucks, can you hear us?
Can hear you.
Okay, can you guys hear T-Bucks?
yeah.
Yes. Hi, T-Buck.
Okay,
Hi. That was a pretty cool magic trick.
right.
So I just wanted to, as the non-YouTuber of the bunch, one thing that I think is worth pointing out is that all of you are very talented and you are all very accessible. And as a mod, like a newly made mod, I tend to view maybe things a little differently as far as like modding the channel. This is just my response to Boo. I look at it like a viewer, and what is, trying to find the way to say it. What you would expect how viewers interact and behave. And you're right. In your channel, it doesn't get as spicy, I think is probably a good word there. But your content is very different. So I try to watch of our four walls and just moderate it as I view it. And sometimes that means letting adults be adults. And even though, it's not always fun to watch, it kind of is
fair.
how it
if,
rolls.
If you feel I took a shot at you, I definitely wasn't. Like I said, I came in hot. I did.
It's okay.
It's based on what I've seen other mods say in other chats and other live streams. Like, just let's all tone it down. And somebody said Scarborough did do that.
Yeah, you did it a bunch of times.
A lot of times too. You guys gotta take into consideration too that I listen to a lot of streams and don't necessarily see all the chats.
Yeah.
But there's been a few times where I've seen the chats, and it's just like, ooh, like if the chat from a couple weeks ago, if that had gone on in my chat, I would have stopped it. Like I don't know if I can say that though, actually, because I am a big free speech guy. But
it wasn't schoolyard insults back and forth. That's why, like, it was more Scarborough was trying to say, like, take a step back, let Dust finish presenting, and then let's discuss it, kind of thing. Because it was arguing, but like there was no one like calling names. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the comment was made though that Mason must have been drinking or something like that. Like, I do remember seeing that, and I was like, ooh. I mean, I drink on my live streams every week, so I mean, I don't know.
Well, I got to tell you, and I've said this a bunch now, but I'll repeat it again. If I had seen that, the beauty of Dust, and Florio, and even Seg, if they let us be us. And we let them be them, and that's why we make good friends. But if I had seen that, if I had seen someone accuse Mason of like, whatever, I didn't want to put it out there because someone will say whatever, hypothetically, I would have clapped that, and Dust knows that. That wouldn't have made me comfortable. I wouldn't have been okay with it. And I would have.
And I don't think all of us are paying attention to chat 100% of the time, because I don't think I was in chat at the time when that happened, but but I did look at it after, and to be fair, she was just like, she asked, "Are you drinking tonight? You're acting so weird," or something like that. It was something like that.
It's one of those those cases though, where is that a genuine question or is that an insult? You know what I mean?
Right. It was a genuine question from her. I know that people don't know her, but it was a genuine question from her.
Oh, okay. Let's Seg, what were you going to say?
I'm just going to say, so from my memory of this, and I do not want to talk for Mason. I'm friends with Mason, but I don't want to talk for Mason here. And I think what's very important is I understand there's a lot of hurt feelings, a lot of upset people. A lot of people are upset here, and I think some people got to kind of realize that Mason's really fucking upset about this. And I don't want this to be taken as, oh, it's more important when a man is upset than a woman is upset, because we've gone down that road before, and I frankly don't. If anyone feels that way, I would like to say right now, it shouldn't. No one should feel that way. And I like to think that we can be consistent here enough to sort of say that regardless of what's between your legs, like, you know, we should all be treated exactly the same. So that being said, the very first comment from my understanding was in that live stream from 3 weeks ago where someone asked the question. And I think it's a very odd question to ask, because there's no reason to think Mason would be drinking because he wasn't on screen. No one could see him drinking. They're just making that assumption because Mason was hurt about the white male privilege thing. Now, whether you want to agree with that or not, that's not really the point I'm trying to make here. I'm just saying that is why the emotions, the high emotions started. And then I think when you're trying, Mason felt, and I agree with Mason as much as other people will disagree with me, I do agree with Mason on this one, that when you're going to start saying white male privilege in a debate forum, it takes on a different context. Mm-hmm. And when you're asking someone if they're drinking, again, in a debate forum, it takes on, in my opinion, it's very clear what that is insinuating. So that is from the live stream from 3 weeks ago. The live stream from yesterday, I've seen a couple of people bring this up. A couple of screenshots about it, excuse me. But I believe there was more than one person. I think there was a couple of people. Again, don't quote me on it. I'm just going off memory here from what I saw in posted to me. But there was a few people that brought up the drinking thing. I think some of them may have been mods, and I think that is like I think as for a few of us anyway, we were just a little bit like, I thought this was done with. I don't know why we're bringing this up again, and again it's a little bit like that to me eradicates any kind of like benefit of the doubt on whether it was just a genuine question or not, because it's being brought up again, and it was around. People are saying that they can't hear me.
When Seg is finished, and I have next place. I'm sorry, Seg, continue.
Apparently my audio is breaking up.
No, you're good.
We can hear you.
They can't hear me. Sorry, guys, my phone.
I hear you. Yeah, I just
You're all
want to make
robotic.
sure, like when you're done, I want to go.
Well, I think I pretty much finished my point. I was just sort of saying that when it gets brought up again, I think to kind of dismiss it as, you know, oh, this isn't a big deal, or oh, this is just us having concerns for Mason, or whatever. Like it's not cool. It's not cool to kind of say, oh, he's being belligerent or aggressive or something like that because he's drinking. And yeah, I agree. I think some people have said, oh, no one called Mason an alcoholic. I don't think anyone did say that Mason was alcoholic, but it's not. It's a slippery slope when you start saying he's drinking, he's being angry, and that's why he's saying what he's saying. Again, it's another kind of we're dismissing what he says and kind of like chalking it up to him being intoxicated.
Okay,
yeah, and I mean that's why he put it in the thumbnail for his stream, was because he felt like it was attacking him, and I do see his point in that.
Yeah, I understand that. I still think that he should have linked out the image and the name and just said the viewer said this. And I agree that he has a right to be upset about it. Last night I saw it brought up. I can't remember who started it. I wasn't paying attention to chat the whole time, but all I said was someone said, well, you shouldn't critique his drinking. And I said, technically, to be fair, she didn't critique it. She just asked him if he was drinking because he was acting weird.
And to that, I'm sorry, Flor, but Next time, if there is a next time someone brings up anyone's drinking, do I time them out for 24 hours and delete the comment? That was kind of why I wanted to have this whole stream.
It depends
on my end.
It depends on what's being talked about or what context it's being used as. I expect
for what is the context.
I think it's only fair that someone can defend themselves with that as well. So, or ask them to elaborate on that.
Yeah,
just merely asking the question. I agree, it's not enough to punish someone for, but I think it's enough to kind of say, "What do you mean by that?" and then you act accordingly.
Yeah.
That particular night, though, none of Mason's comments were deleted. He was never timed out. I remember that very specific. I was there for that entire one.
Yeah,
He
we
was
don't-
allowed his platform as much as everyone else was.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah,
So
I
if
mean,
I don't
if
like.
sorry, Dust.
I don't like shit being deleted. I don't like people being silenced. I don't like any of that shit. The only time shit gets deleted in my chat is if people are trying to dox or people are saying like die or this or that. That's the only time shit gets clapped
Or
out.
if they're like
And
homophobic or racist.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I expect every mod to use their best judgment. Other than the things that I just said, I expect every mod to just use their best judgment because I can't watch the chat the way other people might be able to.
If I could, I also think it's worth remembering that there are things that creators know behind the scenes that maybe and I'm just going to use myself as an example, that I wouldn't know. So if I had saw that comment, and for me, like I said, it would have made me uncomfortable, and I probably would have addressed it. Someone like Florio actually knows the backstory behind it, and it obviously changes the context of it. So for me, I may look at it one way, and like Scarborough Gatekeeper or Florio may see it a whole other way.
Yeah, I think I wasn't even really paying attention to chat when that happened, and I saw it like after, and I think I was like, does Mason drink a lot? I asked like someone in a DM, I was like, is this a thing? Does he drink a lot? Like, what's this about? Because I'm like, I had no context as to what this was about.
I didn't know.
See, and I feel like that is like where those types of comments can become issues, because if someone doesn't know Mason and doesn't know, then if people are going to other people being like, oh, is Mason a drinker? Like it can spiral.
Well,
and
I agree.
I look back and I wasn't present for that initial live of that whole conversation, but I went back and watched it. And I personally think that it's not fair to characterize Mason as being completely belligerent and not making sense. Like
it wasn't that he wasn't making sense. She was saying that he was being aggressive.
But like due to his drinking rather than what was being said about him. That's the bit. Like we were all upset in that live stream. I think we could all agree. There was a lot of people upset. I don't think any of us is even asked a question. I'll be careful as I say this. I don't think anyone was asked a question that is the reason we're upset because we were drinking. And I think any one of us, if we're being completely honest with ourselves, would be offended by that. I know I would be.
I'm a little different just because I try to let a lot of stuff roll off my back. I do want to say, I think I saw a comment during the stream. I think Jay Karts was up, and I said this earlier in this stream, that somebody mentioned something about Mason drinking. I'm like, well, I have no idea, but I have no room to talk because I used to drink on stream. I used to chug beers on stream, and I stopped because I'm like, dude, like this was like last year. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be like an alcoholic or make this a thing. I'm just gonna stop. I have no room to talk. So as far as I'm concerned, it's with that situation, it's. Like, dude, I just have no room to talk with that. I don't. That's why, and I don't know why. So the comments and posts, I said all these horrible things, and everybody's like, it's me. I said, I didn't say any of that shit.
Can I just ask them? I've got to go back and maybe re-listen to Mason's live, because I listened to it when I kind of it was like within the first 30 minutes of me waking up, so I'm kind of brain dead.
Right.
But I thought he said comments in your live stream, not Dust himself said this.
No, he's talking about Lord Beagle's post that happened today, Seg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord Beagle made a post
Lord
where
Beagle said that Dust laid into Mason about drinking.
Hang on one second. Oh, okay. I did. Okay.
I've not read that
because I'm talking about Mason's video today.
No. We started this stream because of Lord Beagle's post. This isn't about me. This wasn't actually about Mason's video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord Beagle
That
made
was
a
also
post
today.
where he
he
didn't call Dust out directly. He used an acronym instead. Which I mean,
okay, I didn't.
And it's
like I said, guys, I am nobody tells me shit. I am non-privy to anything that goes on behind the scenes amongst everybody. I very rarely talk to people. I mean, Side Eye Guy, you can attest to that. I don't talk to you that much, but when we do, it's about usually videos or some shit. You know what I mean? We don't chat about crap going on in the community, and I don't really talk to anybody about stuff going on in the community. So any comments I guess I make, I am not privy to information that's going on behind the scenes.
Well, whatever. Apparently, I'm just a trash channel, so it's all right.
What's that?
Yeah. He used an acronym instead of just saying Dust's name. Well, not in person, but it Dust Productions. It was different. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I do think that Seg made a good point, right? For going forward, as mods, if we see someone do a post like or a comment like, "Have you been drinking?" and then if any of us go, "Does Mason have a drinking problem?" Like if we say that in our head, maybe then that should just be like, "Okay, we should probably remove that comment," kind of thing. You think?
Because, like I said, the way it was used, it wasn't like I'm concerned that you might have a drinking problem. It's because of your opinion. I think you're drunk. That's how.
Yeah, that's exactly what I.
Yeah,
or your attitude.
Like you would only have that opinion if
and
you're drunk.
I think it was kind of unfair because a lot of people were very opinionated and emotions were high from a lot of people, and I do feel like Mason was singled out for that, and that's kind of where I again, it's context. And I know this isn't easy. I'm not saying there's a black and white answer for this. It's not easy, and this is one of the tricky things about being a mod is that it's a case by case sort of thing. You got to judge. You got to read the room. You got to judge what the person was saying beforehand. You got to judge what the interactions were like between the two people that are having it. It's not a black and white answer. It's one of those. You got to take the lead from how Dust wants his conducted, and you've got to kind of like I said, read the room and try and understand the intentions of the person making it. But it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the tough thing, though, is because I know her as well. I've talked to her because she's been harassed by people in the community too, and it's like I know that she didn't mean it as an insult, and I think that's why I was like, "Oh, does he have a drink?" And that's why I asked to chat someone like, "Does he have a drinking problem?" Like, he usually just matter of fact, you know what I mean? So I didn't see it as an insult, but I can see people who don't know her would take that as an insult, and I just didn't really process that, right?
And to wit on all of this, in terms of a resolution, if I use my judgment and decide someone attacked someone else by mentioning, say, drinking in this instance, do I then time them out?
Yeah.
Because we haven't landed on that.
Yeah.
That's
I always say screenshot so that we have a copy of it and just do a timeout. And because even in my chat, like I might not want to ban them. It might just been a mistake or, that they can apologize for or something, So I always say timeout is better unless they're being racist and homophobic, then fucking need that.
Yeah, that's clearly different.
Can you guys still hear me? Like my computer's having some kind of issue right now. All right.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask if you were good with that, Dust.
Yeah. Like everyone to use their best judgment. Like the don'ts, and after that, it's your best judgment.
And also just point out we are a lot more loosey-goosey in Dust Chat because he very much is like Thunderdome this out, guys. That is also why his chat isn't heavily moderated. We do allow a lot of just say what you want to say kind of thing.
It's why people love my channel and why people fucking hate my channel at the same time.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Dust, you are like a TMZ.
I am.
Like this channel is very much
I am.
stirring the fucking pot. It really is, and not everybody likes it. And I'm not saying I don't like it, but sometimes I get irritated by what I see. But but let's be honest, everybody. Everybody says, "Oh, I hate the drama bullshit." Everybody, not everybody, people. My biggest videos are when I'm talking about drama topics.
Yep.
Like let's all be honest.
Absolutely, Jeff.
People fucking love it. I don't want to do that all the time. I don't want that to be my identity, but that's me personally. But people love it. They say they don't, but they do. So
sorry, I can butt in. I can butt in for 1 second. Scarborough Gatekeeper accidentally deleted the link, and he's asking if you would kindly put it back up.
Link to what? My live stream or the?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody have anything else for me? If not, I'm going to
It's still up. I can see it.
I can. Oh yeah, it is up there. Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the link is
I
still
said I'm
pinned.
sorry. I accidentally removed it.
The link is still pinned. That's what I see.
Okay. So yeah,
It's not
I'm gonna
you, Scarborough.
jump out
Sorry.
here. Unless anybody has any other questions for me or wants clarity, but I will go hands up on my comment about the mods that came in a little hot. I think I've explained what I meant.
Yep, love you,
Victor,
Jeff.
I hope I have. And Victor, I mean, none of the mods threw shade at me when I made that comment, so I do want to be clear on that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
love you,
mad at
Jeff.
anybody. I really am not. Like, I wish things would tone down a bit in general throughout everywhere. It just seems like there's a lot of ugliness going on, and I don't know.
To be fair, in the chat right now, they're hugging and talking about cake.
Okay,
So
I
I
can't
guess
see
we
that.
got somewhere.
That's good.
I can't see the chat at all. So
Yeah, I can't.
Dust, good luck. I hope you're feeling better. It sounds like you're struggling the last week or so.
Yeah.
I hope shit gets sorted out. You're too young to, be dealing with this shit. So do your meds, eat your food, and drink your water.
I'm doing nothing but drinking water. Oh my god, it was just so rough last night.
Yeah, you looked rough last night. So peace out, all y'all, and
Thanks, Boo.
later. Yep, see ya.
All the best, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Cheers, mate.
Hi, Jeff.
Bye.
How do I?
Just exit out.
I dropped them. I dropped them. All right. Well, I do know that Ladies Fright has a birthday stream, and I'm definitely not cutting into that because no, there's no reason for that. But is there anything that anyone else here would like to add before we finish out?
Seg.
Thank you for doing this.
Seg, can you hear me?
Yep.
This is not to do with this topic, but our problem that we had at the beginning of this year
Beginning of the year.
with a certain person. You know what I mean? I won't say his name.
I believe so, yes.
Go look at his Facebook and what he has threatened recently. It was yesterday, I think.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Thank you
you.
all for talking this out, and thank you all for seeking proper resolution. I feel it was productive.
I hope so.
I do too.
All right. Well, listen, thank you all for clicking the link. I appreciate everyone. I'm going to go ahead and drop you all down now, okay?
All right.
Bye.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, my damn. All right. Turn my camera on. Literally. Well, let me exit out of StreamYard. Normally I would play a song and blah, 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 and do my thing. No, I don't have the energy for that. I don't know. I was pretty pissed off when I started this. I'm probably gonna get off here and I'm probably gonna crawl back over to the couch and I'm gonna wait for Ladies Fright's live stream. I'll probably be in voice chat. Probably not right away. I don't know. But all right. I don't know. I just fucking feel like shit. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it. You guys all have a wonderful night, okay?